Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you are in the world. I am Brendan Farrell. This is the Red Horde. I am standing in for Shaun Driver, who is off doing work, being a lawyer. He's in court today. Cannot make it, unfortunately. So I am standing in for him. And today we're watching Bristol City, Wrexham at Bristol City. And for those of you in the U.S., hey, Des, how are you? If you typically watch it on Paramount Plus, it isn't on there today. We can't find it. So the only thing that I know of, unless you're trying to pirate or do something shady, is iFollow. So again, go onto the Wrexham site, sign in, and you'd have to pay for a game if you didn't pay for the whole year's subscription. So unfortunately, that's where we're at with that. Bunch to get into. I guess we'll start. A friend and fellow Red Hoarder, Welsh Techie, is at the game. And hey, Steve, how are you? He has done the thing that he does, which is great, which is take a bunch of pictures from the stadium and he sends it to the Discord. Thanks, Des. And he sent some great pics, so I'm going to bring them up right now. We can go through some of Des's stuff. Again, if you're not a member, it doesn't cost anything to. Hey, Welsh Techie, great to see you. I'm just going to tell him thanks for the pics. So, here's a great panoramic he has. I like this one a lot. Looks like very similar to the tech end. That's where he's sitting right behind goal. The Thatchers. Pretty nice looking stadium. Hope ours comes out as nice as this. Hello, David. Hey, Marie. How are you? I don't know how much of that will show up, but he has some of the warm-up. And there's another good picture. Yeah, again, sharp-looking stadium. Hope we have something like this. Where's Bristol in the standings? They are right behind us. Let me bring that up for you. Dave Nicely. If I do the table, Wrexham is in 8th. Bristol City is in 9th. If either team wins today, they jump up into 6th. So a tie would give Wrexham 7th place, losing on goal difference to Derby. But a win by Wrexham, they go to 6th. A win by Bristol, they would go into 6th. So kind of an important game here. Need to make this one happen. Need to hold Bristol off and move back into that playoff spot. Good question, Puffer. So let me just switch some things around here. Give me a moment. Let me see here. Did I not even show that? I didn't show the standings. My bad. Let me go back to the standings. Flying around, not thinking today. So, yeah, there it is. Derby with 48 points is in 6th, plus 8 on the differential. Preston is 48 points, 7th in the table. We're 8th in the table at 47 points, so 1 behind, meaning ties us there, but we're behind on goal difference because we only have plus 5 at the moment. So I guess what would be nice is, presuming we win the game, we'd be at least +1 tying Derby, but it would be nice to win today's game by 2 goals, and then any more ties, and we have the advantage again. Yeah, so Bristol at 46 points, Southampton 46, Birmingham 46, Watford 45. Everyone's really bunched up right here. We need this win, start to get some separation, I hope. And to go over, there's also some good picks here on X of the stadium. The Wrexham posts these. They do a good job. Obviously, the pictures are high def. They're really nice looking. Just bouncing around here. I will leave that and go into our lineup, I think. Let's see what you guys are saying in the chat. Yeah, sorry, everyone has to go buy at least a 1 game pass into iFollow if you want to watch. Otherwise, you got to listen to me. Logan. Yeah, I agree, Logan. Draw wouldn't be the worst thing. I don't know. I guess I would really. I wouldn't mind knocking Bristol down a bit. I mean, it's an away game, right? Away game against another team in the table that's right there. So draws away aren't all that bad, presuming you're always winning at home. But if you can beat a team that's right there competing with you, and you make sure that they aren't getting points and you are, obviously that's a better way to go. But we got 2 of those games back to back, right? We got Ipswich Saturday, and we got this one today. So it wouldn't be bad, but I obviously rooting for the win here. Puffer starting early on the Wrexham Loggers. Yeah, John. I mean, we pass if we get the win. We pass Derby, but I just mean like going forward, we ideally don't want to be dealing with the draw would get us even with them, and then goal difference we would be 1 behind on, right? So let's start to get a slightly better goal difference, so that's not in play as much. It's almost noon for Puffer. Good time to start drinking. All right, I'm going to bring up the lineup. So Okonkwo in net, Cleworth, Hyam, Doyle. That's pretty much been our back line. We can't bring in anyone else. Just about everyone else other than Scar is injured, right? So we got the Scar on the bench as a backup. Out on the right side, Kabore, Sheaf, Rathbone in the middle, Thomason out on the left. Kakache's still injured. So again, not a lot of options there. I guess we could go Longman. He is on the bench. And then up front, we've got O'Brien, Broadhead, and Smith. So several of the hustle crew are in there. Windass, I think, moves a little bit more than Broadhead. But when Broadhead's, into the game and they're getting him the ball, he definitely does a lot of good movement. So the bench, Ward, which is a little surprising to me, Ward on the bench, Scar, Longman, Barnett, Dobson, Keeler Dunn, Windass, Kadamatre, and Moore are our bench players. So a lot of firepower on the bench as well. Hopefully, Parky won't wait till the last minute to bring them in if they're needed. I will bring up Bristol's lineup if you care. Vitek, Tanner, Dickey, Atkinson, Borges, Randall, Sykes, Morrissey, Twine. I don't know. Is that Riss? Horvat, Sykes. Yeah, you guys tell me. I don't know Bristol City well enough to know if that's if they have a lot of injuries or if that's their team. That's their best team. I presume they're putting out their best that they have. Some more picks coming in. Let me just see what's going on in the game. Looking at the crowd, starting to fall in. Looks like Bristol City showing up tonight. Yeah, David wants to see us play 6 up front for the final 15 minutes. Hey, Swoosh Kid, nice to see you, my man. Twine is their best player. All right, thanks, Woody. No, we've got a couple of Daves in the house, I'm sure, today. Saw Dave Nicely, at least. There we go. Carlos putting the good vibes out there, calling his shot early, saying Thomason will feed into Broadhead. 2-0 Wrexham win. I'd like to see 2-0. I'd like to see Arthur get another clean sheet. 2-0 would be good. I'd take a 3-1. But yeah, I'd like to see us get +2 on the goal differential. Clean sheet would be nice. So we're about 3.5 minutes away from kickoff. Field looks like it's in okay shape. Some few bald spots and stuff, but otherwise it looks decent. Get your predictions in. I like the 2-0 by Carlo, what Carlos is saying. What do you guys think? I know we're getting into must-win territory. We're not in must-win, but we really could use this, right? Like this would be very helpful. If we could win these 2 games and take away points from teams that we're competing against for playoff spots, I believe those games carry more weight than does beating Sheffield Wednesday, right? So I'd really like to see us go out there and steal some momentum back, build off of what the win in the FA Cup. Patrick saying 2-1 Wrexham over Bristol. John thinking the same thing, 2 for us, 1 for them. Seeing what else is going on out there. There's only one other game taking place, Charlton Portsmouth. I did not put up a tracker for that. For the most part, we don't care about that game. So I just decided not to busy up the screen. A lot of stuff coming in. Steve, 20 gift subscriptions. Holy mackerel, man. Thank you very much. Glad to see you in the chat, sir. Well, I see Chris in there. Nikki, haven't heard from you before. Welcome. Who else is in there? Callie Cranston, Drew, Lewis. Nice to have everybody here. We are not in red today. They're all out. We're in our 3rd kit, the blue and white stripes. Lining up. I'm going to switch to the scoreboard and all of that. Give me a moment here. Alrighty. Hey, Denise. Nice to see you. Yeah, Des, I think that'll definitely be a different game when we face Ipswich again. Sorry, guys, I'm doing a lot, so if I miss some of your stuff in the chat, I apologize ahead of time. Trying to balance a lot of stuff. Sharky giving another 2-0. I like that. Oh, we used to be the Robins before the Dragons. I think Dragons are nicer than Robins. They have video right now of Parky in iFollow. They're just pointing at him while he's getting a drink. Yeah, log out, log back in. iFollow's being iFollow, it sounds like for you, Denise. Getting all set up here. Looks like we're standing over the ball and we're underway. Ball goes back to Doyle. He knocks it down. A little back and forth. We get it. Chip ahead. Bad chip there by Thomason. Does not connect. Ball bounces back to Chaim. Field is all the players are really compressed at the moment. All very close. Bristol now has it right around midfield. Trying to chip it ahead. That doesn't connect. Not a great clear out there. Bristol gets it back. It's my expectation for the rest of the season, us to be in and around the playoffs, and make every game count. At least into the last 4 games, I would expect. Here comes Bristol City down the right side. They're looking to cross. They're bringing it in. Good defense. We smother that. Trying to break it out. End up having to clear it out deep to Bristol. They're swinging it around. Carlos, I'm thinking we're going to be in and around the playoffs, which is what I wanted, right? You want a good, interesting season, at least for the first one. Ideally, you'd love to make it into the playoffs and, of course, go up. But as long as, we still have a chance to get into the playoffs for the, inside the last few games, then I think it's been a really good, successful season. Bristol tries deep down the right side. They're able to connect. Player plays it out, whining and crying that he was bumped. Question was that given to them, or did we knock that out? Did they get a corner out of that? Yeah, John, I think no, it's goal kick for us. Us making the playoffs, a lot of people still won't give us credit, right? All the haters, but I think that would be a huge accomplishment. And it would be super exciting, obviously, right? No, I do not. We do not up balls down the left side. Thompson gets a hold of it. They swing it back around. Ball's just going back and forth, guys. If you're relying on me to give you the play-by-play, both teams are a little sloppy with all their passes and first-time plays. Ball's all the way over to Kabore. Gets run into. They decide to give him the call. Parky's yelling at him, and the fourth referee's coming over and telling him, you got the call. Stop complaining. A must win to be in the top 6. Yeah, Elvis. This definitely gets us to 6th if we win. An attempt to try to spring Smith, unable to do so, and Bristol recovers the ball. Yeah, that Middlesbrough match. So Coventry beat Middlesbrough. That's what John's referencing yesterday. And that could go a long way to deciding who wins the league this year. Knocked downfield by Arthur. Goes right to a Bristol City player. They try to quickly send it back the other way. We're able to intercept that. Play it out wide on the left. There's Thompson running down the wing. Not a great first touch. He gathers it, passes it, refs in the way. Doyle steps up, as he loves to do. Cycles through this. Thompson tries to, gave a great pass to Rathbone. I don't know. He didn't expect it would be right where it was, and it ends up going out. Yeah. And the keeper for them has headgear on. Looks like he might have taken some sort of blow to the head concussion protocol or something. Right now, Bristol's trying to work it out from the back. We're pressing a little bit. Not running particularly hard, but we are getting in their faces, not giving them all the time in the world. They try to hoof it downfield, and Chaim comes over and just boots it out. Would have liked to seen him play that, but maybe he wasn't sure where Bristol was, so he took the safe route and knocked it out. They're going to throw in at midfield. Ball's being cycled all the way back to the keeper. John, you have to go to iFollow. Paramount is not showing it for whatever reason. Chris, great to see you. Ball's knocked down deep. They try to hoof it down again. We're able to intercept it. Playing the ball back around. Looking for our opportunity. Both teams have somewhat of like a zone press on. There's Kabore trying to come down the right side. Shoots it ahead to Smith. Way too hard on that touch. Like half as strong, and he still sends Smith in all by himself. Need something better there out of Kabore. That was quite a big missed opportunity there. Ball's swung around by Bristol. We're pressing pretty good. They're forced to clear it out. We're unable to manage the header, and it's going to be a throw-in for them inside their own zone, in their own half. Jeannie, nice to see you. Ball's being headed back and forth. We're going to have to get back and clear out a don't get tricky here. Get rid of the ball. Have the ball in our end. Knocking it around. It's hit out wide on the left. Broadhead gave it back to Thomason. Little carry by Rathbone, I believe. Swings it out wide. No, that's not Rathbone. My bad. Can't zoom in here. Kabore being pressured on the right side. We're swinging it all the way around. Clear it to Chaim. Not making much progress. Both teams just testing each other, no one being all that risky, although we haven't done the long ball the way that Bristol has been attempting it. Getting a lot of pressure here. Ball being carried, tripped. Nice call right there. Did we put that in quick? No. Good play by O'Brien, I believe, to bring it forward. Out to Kabore on the right. He nutmegs a guy, but he had essentially 3 guys on him, so there's not a lot he could do. Needed to give that up, ended up losing it. We get it back. Charles, nice to see you, sir. Yeah. Okay, we try long ball down. Keeper comes out and runs into his own guy. Absolutely drills his own guy, and they're going to have to stop play. That's why that keeper has a helmet on. He's an accident waiting to happen. Oh, he lowered his head too. What are you doing? I think he hits him with the crown of his head. Oh, right into the side of Tanner. Oh my goodness. They might have to take him off. That was effing stupid. Did you guys see that? Vitek lowers his head, tries to head the ball, and so does his own teammate, and right into the side of his head. I'm surprised he's doing as well. Maybe it didn't hit him as clean as I thought. There's my mother. Hi, Mom. Gamer World, nice to see you. Hey, WG in the house. Yeah, now you can see why he has the whole head thing on. Here comes Bristol City. They're coming down just outside the box. They pass it in wide on the left. They're crossing it. It's headed out by us, not totally cleared. Defender steps up for Bristol, tries to one-time it, and it was a difficult play, and he skies it. Spets, nice to see you. I did see the interview, Spets, yeah. The goalie for Bristol is not hurt. He was the one that headed his own defender and with the crown of his head, and he appeared to suffer nothing. Also, he has a whole headset thing on, a padded helmet. Wrexham trying to get a hold of it on the goal kick, and it's been back and forth at midfield. Wrexham end up giving it up. Bristol City now with it. They're putting a pause on it, swinging it back around. Coming up on the 11-minute mark right now. Both teams still kind of feeling each other out. Good pressure there. They're going to call it on Doyle, I think, or Hyam for holding. Hey, Spets. Seemed a little unnecessary, the holding there. But they gave it to us. I thought they called it on Hyam. I think I would have. Now we're stalling. It looks like we're going to go downfield, and we're going to let Arthur blast it. Don't love that idea, but that's my Arthur doing his little tippy toes thing that he does before he kicks it. Ball gets played back to their keeper. He just crushes it downfield. Ball gets traded around at midfield. We're able to finally corral it. Ball's out on the far right side. Nice play. I think that's Rathbone streaking down that side. No, it was Broadhead. My bad. He's got it. He tries to make a cute pass to Rathbone. Unable to get there. Hyam falls on top of a player. A little bit of a flop. Hyam just tried to body him, and the player just went to ground and ends up getting a call for it. I don't know. A little worried about some of the decisions today there. MDS, thank you for subscribing. Ball's being knocked around at midfield. Ball's booted out. We're going to have a throw in. Looking at 13-15 right now. And we're bringing it around back. Doyle and Hyam passing it back and forth at the moment. Dave Nice talking about his family. Good stuff. Ball's inside, almost in the box. Good work by Thompson trying to keep the ball in. Broadhead over there, fighting for it as well. We're going to end up swinging it back around. Hyam back to Max in the middle of the field. Max plays it way over to Kabore. Kabore thinking about trying to beat his man, but they're well aware of him, and they really shifting the field defensively over there on him. Ball's back to Hyam. A lot of pressure by them. Over to Max now. Hey, Dad, how are you? Max with the ball. Plays it over all the way across to Doyle. For those of you that know cornhole, my parents are off to go play in their cornhole weekly league. They always come by and try to say hi before they head out. Looks like Sheep with the ball right now, over to Kabore on the far right side. He keeps getting shut down. A lot of defenders. He can't even play past his own guy. They have another player spying that. Ball's out wide to Thomason. They get quickly out there too. They are all ready for us to be trying to slice that ball in from the wings. We're going to have to come right up the middle here. We're able to make some progress on the right side. Broadhead with it. Gives it to O'Brien. Over to Doyle. Doyle in the middle to Hyam. He should swing it faster. Does finally get it over to Max. Max looking for Kabore. There's the pass to Kabore. Slide tackle. Good defense by the Bristol City player. They try to counter, and that gets shut down pretty quickly. That was not Kabore's fault. The ball needed to be a little bit further ahead. It was pretty good. Good coverage by them. Good attempt by us. O'Brien is able to get on the other end of a header, get possession back for us. Ball swung wide again over to Thomason, now back to Doyle. Ball's getting knocked around there. Wow, we've got 90 people in on a Tuesday. A lot of you guys are not working, and I applaud you for that because neither am I. Supposed to be. I took the time off, though. I'm not cheating my work, but 16:30 now. Wow, Brazil in the house. Nice to have you. Haven't seen you before. Latinindo. Yes. I'll try not to yell gold too loud and ruin you all getting caught. Wrexham with the ball, being patient, trying to find a spot, getting it into Rathbone over to Kabore. He gets double teamed, ends up coughing it up, trying to get it back to Rathbone. Again, their defense, they're sending 4 guys out to cover 2 Wrexham players on the wing, a midfielder and Kabore. They're doing the same thing to Thomason and Broadhead on the left side. I think that we're going to have to come up with something different. You got to be trying to go up the middle because unless it's on a counter, I don't see us progressing with their defense set back. Possession's now 50-50. Ball's getting headed around at the moment. Bristol able to get a hold of it. They kick it out wide. Kabore able to defend that. You're a trader, nothing to do? Is the market already closed where you are? I mean, the market's open today in the U.S. I have my ticker next to me. Yeah. I have something making my slimline red stapler filling out my TPS reports. Ball's kicked down by Arthur. He tries to make a pass out wide. There's a breakaway pass. Nice kick out wide for Smith. He's out wide on the left. He's waiting for help. Boots it back. Thomason's thinking about slicing it in. Ball's being passed around. We take our time. We should just kind of try to do something here a little different. I think we got to go right up that middle there. Stop looking wide. Try to progress something right up there. There's a cross in the middle. Ball's free. Gets cleared out. It was Smith by himself and 3 defenders. They were able to get a hold of it. Ball's getting knocked around. We get it back. Kabore with it on the right side. He's thinking about, he tries to take on his man, slices it across, gets headed out by Bristol defenders. We're able to get on the other end of it. Sheaf over to Broadhead. Broadhead back to Thomas, and now O'Brien's got it. Looking around. Max with it. He's looking to see if there's someone to slice it to. There isn't. Sheaf back to Doyle. Doyle's looking. I think he's going to blast it here. He does. He chips it. Instead, he looks like he was going to blast it. Guy got in the way, ended up chipping it. Unable to find a Wrexham player there. Bristol's trying to counter. We swarm it. Get the ball back. Doyle to Broadhead. Is it growing on you? It's still not there for me. Maybe if I saw it in person. Well, stay away from silver. You don't want JP Morgan to short the market on you again. Ball's down. Bristol's trying to clear it. Kabore gets on the other end of it. He's going to try to go to the middle, gets tripped. Nice, good call. They don't even waste any time. They just take him out. Oh, you're looking to get one of the original red jerseys? Yeah. A lot of the Wrexham fans that are here, many of them are there are plenty from Wrexham themselves who've been longtime fans, but the other half of us watching, including myself, were introduced through Ryan Reynolds and Welcome to Wrexham, and we've been here since National League when the team was purchased. So yeah, a lot of newer fans as part of the Red Horde here. So welcome. Ball's being swung around. Max has it over to Kabore. Only one guy on him finally. Gets it to Rathbone. Rathbone has to cycle it back. Both teams doing well. They both ball's down the left-hand side, sliced it across, unable to connect. Ball gets played out. I thought it was out off the end line. For a corner. We're going to get a throw-in on the far right side. Honduras in the house. Keeper comes out, crushes another one of his own players, dives and gets the ball. That guy, Vitek, is just a monster waiting to create chaos. Ball's getting swung around. Hyam plays Huggy Bear with his opposite number. Kabore with the ball breaking down the right side. Player going out to play him. He's looking for help. He's get double teamed. He tries to break in between them. That's not going to happen. Good defense again by them. O'Brien plays it over to Sheaf. Sheaf out wide to Thomason. He's going to try to slice this in, I believe. Yeah, no. Gives it to Broadhead. Broadhead's thinking about it. He's working his way into the box. He's double teamed. Gives it to Thomason. Thomason. Oh, nice. Nice play. Thomason slices it across. And I think, was that Sheaf who tried to head it? No, it was Doyle. Doyle heads it. Unable to get a ton on it. And unfortunately, it was also right at the keeper. But pretty good play there. Ronald Reagan. I wish I wish I had his comedic talent. That's for sure. Plus, I think he was always from California, right? He doesn't have my Boston accent. O'Brien with the ball in the middle gets it over to Max, wide right. Don't get cute, Max. Back to Hyam, now back to Max. Looking to work it down the right side. He chips it ahead, trying to link up with Smith. Unable to. Bristol City on a little bit of a counter here. We got a few numbers coming forward. A good chip ahead. There's the ball right inside the box. Pretty good defense there. Was that a handball? Might have been a handball. They didn't call. We might have got away with one there. Ball's down the right side. Broadhead has to take on 2 guys, 3 guys. Brings it across to O'Brien. O'Brien tries to blast it from deep. And 20, I don't know, a couple of players pretty upset at him for taking that shot, I think. From about 22 meters out. Tries to go down the right side and misses it. Let's see what happens here with Hyam. Does it? I didn't see it. It might have hit. So Hyam cut the player off, was turned facing the other way. The ball might have come and hit him in the back of the hand, but didn't really change the trajectory of the ball. It doesn't even look like he touched it. So it certainly didn't impact it. I think he's just big whiner. No, I don't think so, bud. They're just trying to gain favor with the ref and maybe get something later, a questionable one. Thomason just shoves his guy. Dave with the deep references. Hector Sam, Dennis Lawrence. Yeah, Mr. Punk Dog. Paramount Plus does not have it in the U.S. for whatever reason. They were unaware of the reschedule and they don't have it. So the only way that we know to watch it legally is to iFollow off the Wrexham site. Bristol City with the kick here. They play it back. Here comes a rush. Bad defense coming down the middle. Ball's out wide on the left. There's a cross. Ball gets headed up, not cleared out. Oh, a bunch of flopping by Bristol City, running under guys and flopping, trying to get bullshit calls. That isn't going to fly. This ref's pretty decent so far. Good steal there by Rathbone. Unfortunately, unable to direct it to anybody. Ball's back on the far left. Thompson's on his guy just inside the box. Another player just outside the box now. Bristol City swinging it around. They run far down the right side. Thompson cuts his guy off. Ball goes out. He flops. Going to be a goal kick for Arthur. Oh, Elvis is at Trinidad and Tobago. Nice. Ball's getting knocked around at midfield. I believe we have that. Uh-oh, breakout here wide on the left. O'Brien's trying to get over and cut it off. Not sure where Max is. Ball gets sliced over, and I don't know how the Bristol player misses it. He was too open, I also feel. I don't know where the breakdown was, why Max is so far up and out of position. Takes a long time to get in. They cross. I think Doyle and Thomason were in pretty good position on their 2 guys. Unfortunately, it goes over Doyle's head, and the Bristol player just, I don't know, didn't play it well. So we got lucky there. Again, not sure how Max and some of the others got so out of position on that one, but that counter was dangerous. Kind of back on our heels here. Ball goes to Hyam. He doesn't control it well. We're able to get a hold of it. Doyle punts it down, tries to connect with Smith, unable to. Smith pressures it enough, forcing the ball all the way back to the keeper. Yeah, I don't know. I don't see enough other games to see if they flop less against other teams and more against us. I'm not sure. Bristol is definitely doing a lot today, though. I don't know if that's part of their game plan, like, or this is what they do in close games, or they try to focus on flopping early to get so that they have an excuse to just keep hassling the ref. Try to squeeze out some close calls. Bristol's just, I don't know, trying to up their passing stats at the moment. They ain't doing shit. They're just passing it around in the back. Not even trying anything to go into their center midfielder and then back to the center backs. Finally working around to the right. Oh, shitty play by Doyle. Ball came right to him. He swung and missed. Thank goodness Thomason was coming back. Wrexham gets the ball at midfield. Swing it back around. Ball's knocked out wide to the right. They're going to play Thomason with it. Gives it to Broadhead. Broadhead's, he's got 4 or 5 guys around him. Back to O'Brien in the middle. Swings it wide to Max. Max is looking for something. Max runs forward again. Not sure I like this. Ball gets misplayed. Max is now tracking back. Swings and misses. Now there's multiple guys on that side where Max should be in the box on the far left side. Ball swung across the middle. Bad pass. That wing for Bristol City bails out Wrexham. Max, if you're going to go forward, Kabore gets pushed to the ground again. And they give it to Bristol City? What the fuck is that? If Max is going to go forward, he's got to get back faster, or there's got to be some rotation that isn't taking place, because there's a gaping hole for them when they come down their left side, our right side, where Max keeps progressing, trying to make something happen offensively, and we're not covering it. So Max tracking, bringing the ball forward. He's looking. He's going to give it to Rathbone. No, gives it head to Kabore. Nice pass. Kabore's going to slice it across. Unable to find Smith. Almost went right through his legs, it looks like. Ball's getting knocked around. Broadhead comes back and gets possession for us. Ball's getting knocked around in the middle. We're able to get a hold of it. Max to... Oh, jeez. I think, was that Sheaf? That was just a shitty... Max sets up Sheaf just outside the box, and in Shaun's words, he hits a muffin over... He's like he's throwing muffins around out there. A soft floater over the goal. Just not a good play on the ball. No reason why you shouldn't be able to strike that better. It's just terrible. Broadhead did a good job and cut it across to Rathbone. It was a tough play, and Rathbone was not able to get a header over to Smith. That also happened earlier. I'm looking now against our tracker. Do we have a Trinidad and Tobago listed in there? I thought we did. Thailand, Turkey. We don't. I'll get to put Trinidad and Tobago in there later today. Ball's being knocked around. O'Brien has it in our zone. They're packing it in. Max swings it back to Hyam. Ball's knocked out wide on the left. Got a bunch of numbers there. Not a lot of pressure. They're willing to pack it in. Coming up on 33 minutes played in the game. Walk forward there by Sheaf. Ball's played out wide again. Thomason to Doyle, who's way up. O'Brien had filled in for him. Now O'Brien and he are shifting around a little bit. Ball's in the middle to Sheaf. Shitty pass. Just gives it to Bristol. Thank God they misplayed it, or they would have had a really good counter going the other way. They still have the ball, trying to work it around. They make a mistake. Ball gets knocked into Smith. Not a great pass to Broadhead. Really slowed up our opportunity there. We still got it fairly close. Ball's on the edge of the box to O'Brien. He kicks it back out to Doyle. Doyle blasts it. There's a ball in front. Yes! Goal! Woo! So Doyle blasts it. It gets deflected down and falls at Rathbone's feet, back of the net. Oops, gave that to the wrong team. Both in red. Lost my voice there. Did my Peter Brady when it's time to change. And Bristol City's all yelling at each other. Gets them infighting. Yeah, so Doyle steps up just outside the box, blasts it hard. It gets redirected. Defender in front of Doyle gets a piece of it. The ball ends up just falling right at Rathbone's feet. Nobody covering Rathbone. Dead center middle. Two defenders. You got to give Smith some credit. Smith splits the defense and runs to the near post. Two defenders, the center defender and the far right defender, follow him, leaving Rathbone all by himself. The defender on the far other side does not shift over. Rathbone has all the time in the world, left foots it. Great shot, upper left corner. Keeper didn't have a chance. 1-0 Wrexham. Wrexham steals the ball, coming down the far left side. Thomason with it. Bad first touch after he's on the breakaway, ends up handing it off to the other team. Bristol countering. Ball's getting knocked around. Doyle's fighting two different guys for it. It's going to be a throw-in for Bristol. They do get in quick. Ball's out wide for them. They're going to swing it back to midfield. Work it around. Yes, W&G back in sixth place thanks to Rathbone. A good run by Smith, kind of opening it up, and some luck off of the Doyle blast. Hits a defender and falls right at Rathbone's feet. So, yeah, you're right. That's a fair number of goals considering how many matches he's played. So, yes. Statistically, Rathbone's looking like an all-star, right? Ball's getting knocked around. Doyle fighting a couple of guys for it. Wrexham gets it, plays it back. Not a great pass. Arthur blasts it crossfield to the left side. Tried to hit up Broadhead, unable to do so. Bristol gets it, and they're swinging it around to the left side. Max comes way up to pressure them. They swing it all the way back around. Spets likes the flow of our game without more in the game, and I would agree with you in large part. I like a more active, flowing offense. I think has the chance to make more things happen without more as the target man. If they have a big player who can. Oh, Rathbone gets the ball, gives it out to Kabore on the far right side. He slices it in, hits a defender, goes back to Rathbone again. Rathbone's first touch isn't great. They give it back to Bristol. If they have a guy that can one-on-one with Moore and kind of negate what he can do, then as a target man, it's very difficult to get him the ball and then play off that. And a couple of the teams that we played fairly recently when Moore was starting, they had big center back defenders who were able to one-on-one. They didn't have to put an extra guy there. They didn't have to shift their defense to address Moore. And when Moore's too much for one guy to handle, that's when we end up seeing great things from that. O'Brien out on the far right, left side, coming down, crosses it over. Broadhead with it just outside the box, looking for Rathbone, gives it to him. They come blowing up. O'Brien with the chips it up, trying to get it to Smith, unable to. Ball's getting headed around. Broadhead gets it down, has to clear it out. She fights to try to get the ball back. Bristol's trying to counter. Bad long play ahead by them to no one streaking for Bristol, and Wrexham get the ball back, swing it back around. Wrexham has been the more threatening team. Wrexham loses the ball. A lot of defenders back for Bristol right now. They're going to play the ball back inside their own box, swinging it around. Yeah, I like Moore. I just think that there's certain teams he has to be able to dominate their center defender for us to have an advantage, I feel. Otherwise, Smith's constant dives to try to run in behind can get the defense to act like it just did, where two defenders follow him instead of one, leaving an opening that we can then take advantage of. And that's what we did. Although the pass wasn't purposeful to Rathbone, it all worked out thanks to a good run in behind by Smith, dragging the defense that way. Bristol City's taking their time. They got the ball at midfield, playing a little bit of a high line. We're really compressing the field right now. Bristol City's struggling to do something with it. They're able to get a breakout on the right side. We're able to cut that off. Sheaf goes down. Bristol City complaining as they do. Interesting how we're not going and then parking the bus. We're compressing the field by bringing the defenders up and making very little opportunities for them to progress the ball forward. There are a lot of players complaining. Refs like, I'm sick of listening to you guys, and it's not the captain, so he shouldn't have to listen to them. They can only get away with so much more of that shit before he's gonna start giving out cards. Ball's getting headed around in the Bristol area zone. Ball goes out. It's gonna be Bristol's ball on the throw-in. 41-37 right now. Not a great throw-in by Bristol City. They end up throwing it immediately out of bounds. No yellow cards yet, Puffer. I was saying that he's probably going to. There's a lot of players that won't let it go and keep complaining to the ref, and the ref called them over and warned a couple of people that are just nonstop complaining. They're not the captain. They're not supposed to be doing that, and they are. Max gets the ball, kicks it downfield, unable to connect. O'Brien now with it, going down the middle, kicks it out to Kabori. No one on him, has to. I don't know why he slows up there. But he does. I don't know if Phil called something out and said, no, slow it up, be patient. They work it all the way back around. Doyle has it, waiting for Bristol City to kind of come out of there, parking the bus. Not a great pass out to Max. Max has to handle it quickly, isn't able to, and the ball gets knocked out. It's going to be our throw-in. They were mad at Parkey early when he complained, like in the first couple of minutes, on Kabori getting taken out. There's the throw-in, unable to connect with Smith. Ball's getting knocked around at midfield. Ball's chipped up high. Played by Schiefer High. I'm not sure who that was. Ball's getting knocked around. Good challenge. Rathbone with it, trying to push forward. Gets it out to Kabori. Kabori now down the right side, gets taken out. Falls late. They do give him it. He did get tripped up. It took him a while. They finally give a card. By the way, anytime Kabori gets the ball, it's almost a foul. I'd say 50% of the time he's getting pushed or tripped. That was they did trip him a little bit. They banged into his legs. That was the least offensive out of all of the plays on that right side, and that got a yellow. I'm guessing that that's just like because there's just been so many. Rathbone now with it way out. He's going to have to obviously be crossing this. No way he's going for goal from where he is. He's very close to the midfield on the far right side. Here's his chip in. Header. Bunch of players just dive on the ground for Bristol City. O'Brien has it out on the far left side. There's another blast in. Unable to hit. Doyle tried to get a header. Rathbone comes up, puts some pressure on it. They play it smartly off Rathbone for a goal kick. Yeah, Elvis, I mean, we're at 15 seconds left. Keeper's taking his time putting it down. Not sure what the extra time is going to be yet. VTech kicks it downfield. Ball's getting headed around. Does get down to Smith. He just gets crushed by the defense. They don't want anything to take place. They're just trying to stall. Good play by Smith to sit there and take that blast in the back to get the ball. We're going to have another free kick here. Max with it. Puts it on the edge of the box. Ball's getting headed around. Bristol City comes out with it. They just hit it right back to Hyam. Hyam just hits it right back to them. They try to send a guy down. Hyam heads it back to Arthur. I think we only got +1 on the minutes. We got about 15 seconds left on that. Yeah. Arthur's going to kick this and they'll blow it dead. Yep, 5 seconds left. Come on, Arthur, just boot it. Make it happen. Is he just blowing it dead now? He does, blows it. Just reset the clock here. Oh, wow, over 110 people not working. Good for you guys. All right. Let me see what the stats are here. Bring that up. Switch that in here. All right, looking at the stats, we have 43% of the possession. And we have one of our, sorry, I've got this all backwards. They have 43%. I'm used to seeing the red and thinking that's Wrexham. So I got it wrong. That's Bristol City. They have 43%. They have the terrible XG. We usually have the terrible XG, but they have it this time 0.02 for them, whereas we have 0.52. Very rarely do I see Wrexham get above 1 inside the first half. It usually takes us somewhere into the second half before we get enough opportunities for that to get up there. They have 1 total shot. We have 5. We have 2 on target. They have none. They have no big chances. We have 1. We didn't miss our big chances. They had none to miss. We have the accurate passes, 280 by us for 87%. That is some of the best percentage and close to the highest number that we've had accurate passes in the first half of the game, I think. They have 7 fouls committed. We have 5, and neither team's had a corner. We have all the XG. We have all the shots. Our defense, we have 9 tackles. They have 4. We have all the passing. They have some of the defensive stats with clearances and interceptions, keeper saves. And there should be a category for keeper cleaning out his own guys because they would have that stat locked up as well. We have most of the duels stats. And as far as individual ratings, Rathbone, Doyle, Broadhead, Cleworth, top 4 are Wrexham. And then Hyam, Thomason, O'Brien, Sheaf, Kabore after that for Wrexham. And we shouldn't be counting our chickens, but because it was mentioned earlier, if we were to stay with a 1-0 victory, Wrexham would be in the playoffs. That would give us 50 points. Derby and Preston would be in 7th and 8th at 48, 2 points behind us. And we would be within 4 points of Hull and Ipswich. Ipswich, we play Saturday. So that could get us even closer. And Millwall's as high as 46 points at 3. Don't think we should even be looking at automatics. Coventry and Middlesbrough are 62 and 61, where if we were to win today's game, we'd be at 50. That's 11 or 12 points away from one of those spots at the moment with just over that many games to play. So I think our focus should be on beating the teams in and around the playoffs here specifically, and being strong at home. And that should get us into the playoffs. Let me see here. Let's see what's Deandra jumping in. It's on Disney, Deandra? Oh, that's interesting. I don't know if it is on Disney in the US or not, but that would be nice if it is. If someone wants to check on that. Let's see if there are any new pictures out there. Give me a second. We get a little Rathbone fist pump after the goal. Gotta like that one. And then the halftime score. 1-0 to Wrexham. They're just showing the replay. Just looking around right now, seeing what's going on. Almost 120 people in the chat. Welcome, welcome. Halftime, 1-0 Wrexham. Bryn checking in from British Columbia. Let me see what else is going on. Oh, yeah, I'll check Discord. I don't know if anyone put anything in there. We got any more pics from Welsh Techie. He's got to be excited traveling to Bristol and then getting to see a goal this early. We're usually a second half team, so I like that we're up 1-0. We don't typically do this where we park the bus. That was something that happened more often last year, where we would park the bus and teams would come back and score late against us. I think we've stopped a lot of that. And truthfully, the majority of players that we have on the bench are offensive-minded players. So that's kind of one of the best defenses, a really good offense. So if we're going to be bringing in players, most of them are going to be on the front foot, trying to move forward. Bristol's really struggled to break down our defense after we had a bunch of problems, I thought, early on the left side. Max was pressing a little too far forward, and we got caught out a couple times there. They were just really poor at making something of those. Not a lot of great handling of the ball or crossing in from there. So, yeah, Wrexham's definitely looked like the better team, I think. And I'm not sure how deep Bristol is. I don't know if we're going to end up wearing them down and how much talent they have on the bench to bring in. Maybe you guys can, some of you more seasoned footballers that know the championship in Bristol City specifically, maybe you can weigh in on that. Who would I bring in as a sub? Why don't I bring up the I'll bring up the roster and we'll talk about who you'd bring in. I don't know that there's someone specifically not playing well at the moment that I would be looking to swap out. Excuse me for that. I think Smith's been doing his thing. Rathbone's been good. Broadhead has been probing and testing. Um, he's been fine. I think he's trying to figure them out, and then hopefully, when he does, he'll do one of those broadhead moves where the ball seems to stick to the end of his foot, and he can shift in between three defenders and somehow get open and make something happen. Um, so I'm not itching to take him out. O'Brien's been hustling, getting back. He was part of the reason why we didn't score on one of those breakaways. He came all the way back to get into Max's spot to kind of cause problems on one of Bristol City's breakaways. So he's been good. I don't have a problem with Thomason or Kabore. They've had to foul the heck out of Kabore to stop him from doing anything. Like I said, they've been really concentrated on pushing out, Bristol City has, and getting four defenders out there on the wings and not allowing us to cross it. There are times that I've thought our defensive line in the back's been a little bit shaky, but no goals and no shots allowed. So maybe I'm just being overly critical, which I tend to do. So if I was thinking about bringing people in, I don't know that I'd want to switch up the team that we have in at the moment. I classic Parky here might not be bad, waiting late and then using multiple windows to kill time if we were still ahead at that point, and bring on players that can move around. I would expect Dobson to come on if we're trying to hold a lead. I don't know. Do you bring him in for Sheath? Maybe. Maybe you bring him in for O'Brien. I'm not sure. I wouldn't mind seeing Windass come in. They usually make that broadhead Windass flip, and if Moore comes out, if Smith comes out, it would probably be for Moore. I wouldn't mind us getting up a goal and then seeing some other players come on, but again, this is too important of a game. Even up 2 goals, I don't know that I'd be like, okay, let's get Barney time because we just want to give him time. Not that I don't think he can handle himself out there would be a liability, but he hasn't played a lot, and throwing him into this pressure situation, if we're only up 1 goal or even 2, probably is not a smart thing to do. So, yeah, right now, I think we sit pat till close to the 70th minute. Then we just try to drag it out. Hopefully, this team can keep doing what they're doing. Like, I don't think we should be parking the bus. Definitely not parking the bus. I think we need to do exactly what we've been doing, and not trying to hold the ball up, but trying to make something happen and be aggressive. And hopefully we'll start to wear them down and get something. But yeah, I think 70th minute subs is probably what we're looking at. Yeah, Spets, I wouldn't mind seeing Keeler Dunn play some, or even Katamatri, but do we really want to bring those guys in, if we were up 1 or up 2? I don't see the need. I don't think that they're bringing a skill set that we don't have out there, or that we have in other players that have more chemistry, more known chemistry with the players out there. Be aggressive. Be aggressive. Be aggressive. Yes, I want us to be aggressive and try to put another one up there. If somehow we could get 2, yeah, you can, like 3-0, you can start bringing in bench players, and then we can see everyone getting time. Maybe even sitting Arthur and letting Ward get out there as well. I'd be fine with all of that if we were up 3-0. It's just, you just cannot, you cannot let this game slip away, ideally speaking. And it's apparent that goal difference is going to be interesting. If I go back to where we are in the table, right? So if we look at, other than Ipswich, even if Millwall was to fall back, Millwall has a +4. They're in third place. We're in sixth. We have a +6. Derby in seventh is a +8 on goal difference. Then the 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th place teams all are at +4. So there are only a +2 goals difference right now with where we are. So, even that, if we were up 3-0, you don't want to take the game so lightly that you give back, goal difference that we just earned. Because right now it's way too close. And it would be just terrible to miss the playoffs on goal difference, right? So I don't think we should be sitting back. I don't think we should overextend, but I think we need to be aggressive and be trying to score goals. We're no longer that team that just has a lockdown defense that once we pack it in, the game's over. We used to be more of that. I don't think we are that team anymore, and I'm kind of somewhat thankful for that. I would rather us constantly putting pressure. Also, it's much funner to watch, right? But teams are likely to overcommit, and if you don't have the players that can do something with it. One of the things that I think, like Spetson, when he was saying he likes Smith in there as opposed to Moore, it's very difficult to send Moore out on a breakaway by himself. He just doesn't have the speed to make use of that sometimes. So our ability to counter is hampered with him being the guy that's furthest forward, I think. But with Smith out there, if they come up a little too far, or you see an opportunity with a long cross, you can spring Smith. One defender can't contain him, and if you can just put it into space, Smith can go get it and really apply some pressure. Looks like subs coming on for Bristol City here. Yeah, Andy, we need to push to win, and we need to score goals, definitely. Quite a weird ritual going on by one of the Bristol players. Don't understand most of that. Looks like they brought in at least 2 players, if not 3. Looks like they're going to be pushing hard to score goals. I think we got to be able to take that shot and try to counter, obviously. Make use of their attempt to get aggressive here. Ball's played in by Bristol City. Vitek knocks it down deep down the middle. Ball's getting knocked around. Not a good play. Again, ball's free. Holy shit. Bad touch. I think that was Hyam. Ends up playing it right back to a Bristol player who puts a hard shot on low to Arthur's left. He has to dive for it. Arthur does not catch it or hit it out well. Ends up giving them an opportunity off the there's no need to not catch that or not knock it out. Here's a corner. Gets played over. Wrexham end up getting on the other end of it. They try to send Broadhead down the middle. Here comes Broadhead. Does he get on the end of it? He does. He's unable to get around. Nice try, though. Unable to make something happen there. It was a good leak out. Broadhead almost countered that. Misplayed the ball trying to get around one of the defenders. Bristol with it. They're bringing it all the way back. So, yeah, Arthur, again, didn't do a fantastic job. He did knock it down. It wasn't the worst knockdown. He didn't hit it back forward where where the Bristol City players would have a great angle. He did knock it out to the right, but not far enough to shut it down. Bristol City coming again, rushing forward, balls on the far right side, the goal. Fucking absolutely awful. It was essentially a 2-on-1 on that right side. They looked dangerous again. It was a tough angle shot by Armstrong. He drills it. Shit. Breakdown defensively. Turn the ball over. Doyle tries to loses it. Hyam all by himself. O'Brien tries to get back, can't get there. O'Brien has to play the man closest with the ball. He has to shut him down. They tap it out wide to Armstrong. The Bristol player was smart by pushing in towards the middle, creating space for Armstrong to run into and then play out to. No one hustled back. Doyle gave that up. I don't know if that was his fault or not, but it was definitely not played well. Got a lot of work to do now. Wrexham with the ball deep in Bristol's territory. Rathbone with it. Someone was offsides. I think Broadhead was. Turned the ball over. One goal lead is not a lead, says Andy. I believe Armstrong was one of the guys they brought on. They brought on what looked like offensive players, and they've had multiple opportunities. Big faking by Bristol City. Guys flopping, rolling around. They're going to have to blow the whistle dead because he's going for an Oscar. Armstrong's now rolling around. Parky's giving it to the Bristol coach. Bristol coach is trying to say something. Parky lets him know. Parky could pick you up and put you in his pocket. I wouldn't say shit to Parky if I was you. No, he didn't get hit in the eye. He got hit in the cheek, and he's acting as if he got hit in the eye. Yeah, he's covering his mouth saying, I'm faking. I'm good. They're trying to gain some sympathy. The defender touched him right here, and he's pretending to hit him in the eye. They're stalling and doing all sorts of BS now. They won't give the ball to the ref. He's calling for it. They won't give it to him. Ball's going to get given to Bristol City, played in. Back to Vitek. Chips it down the middle. Ball gets headed around. Ball's now out wide on the left. Bristol City attacking again down the left side. We have one guy, I don't know, like 4 meters offsides. Just totally screwed their play over. That guy's an effing idiot. Ball gets turned around. Kabore coming down the right-hand side. Only 1, 2. Kick it wide. Kabore. Come on. He brings it in, puts it on his left foot, tries to play it. That was not the play. We had multiple players streaking down the left side. If he had crossed it, we would have had an advantage on that side. Instead, he takes it in. Not the worst thing to do, but he had to split 2 players and blast off his left foot. There was another defender in great position, able to deflect it. This ball never makes it to the keeper. No, it's 1-1. Did I not? No, the scoreboard is that. Did I not change? What's on the screen? Oh, sorry. My bad. I thought I had switched the screens. It's 1-1. With so much action from jump, I I am not on top of my producing. Apologies. Ball being swung around by Wrexham at midfield. Bad pass by Hyam. Almost gets stolen. Kicked around. Sheaf plays it over to the right. Here comes O'Brien looking for something. He puts it on up at foot. There it is in the middle. Rathbone with Broadhead kicks it, tries to bend it around Vitek, unable to. Yeah, Bryn, it wasn't a bad play after I watched it. Here comes Rathbone with the ball just on the corner of the box. Max with it. Max, what the hell are you doing there? Get out of there. Max just, they pressure him. He knocks it out. Yeah, that would have been hard. The only way Broadhead would have been able to curve that in is if he got a little height on it. It was kind of a couple of feet off the ground, and it was in a spot where the keeper could get to it. That either needed to be burning a path on the ground or upper right-hand corner. Instead, it was playable for Vitek. Bristol City trying to make something happen down the left side. They got a lot of energy with the subs they brought out right now. They're definitely on the front foot. 53rd minute. We're going to need to go get another one. Let's do it, boys. Max is trying to throw it in. Broadhead unable to get a hold of it. Knocks it off a Bristol player. Rathbone steals it, knocks it ahead to Smith. Might have been offsides. They didn't call it. Ball's getting knocked around. Rathbone's trying to steal it again. He is working his ass off today. Big fight right there. Max does well defensively. Or is that Hyam? Sorry. What did we get called for? Grabbing? I think that might have been, that was Hyam. Got called for holding on to his player. Again, Max needs to get back. Hyam had to kind of hold that ball up because they weren't going to have the numbers we needed. Bristol plays it in. What did I miss? Nacho cheese. Bristol made subs at half. They put on offensive players. They went after it early. Doyle lost the ball on a 50 on the left side. Left Hyam with a 2-on-1. Bristol played it very well. They pushed towards the middle with that, creating space on the right, and then they passed it out to the right where a player sliced it up over Arthur from the right side in the back of the net. Armstrong did. 1-1. They've had a few opportunities. It's been a little scary. Ball's out wide on the left. Broadhead with it right now. Slices it across, tries to get it to O'Brien. They have 4 or 5 defenders back in the box. Wasn't many options there. Doyle does get back, or Hyam does on this one. Gets to the ball. Doyle was a little far forward. Ball gets swung all the way around to Kabore out on the right side. Ball knocked wide down the right. They send it out for Kabore. They try to take him across. Nice center. Ball's into Smith. He holds it up really well. Gets pushed. Slices it across. Oh. Rathbone. So Smith, Kabore does a great job to get to the ball. He's able to keep it in and get it to Smith. Smith's getting pressured, then double teamed. He gets it to Rathbone. Rathbone tries to slice it across to that's not Broadhead. I don't know who it is on the far right side. He was trying to get it to Thomason, I think. And the defender's able to get a piece of it. Good work by Smith and Rathbone. A tremendous slice and it gets headed out. So we have a corner here. Plays short corner. Sheaf to Rathbone. Rathbone slices it in just at Bristol players. Ball gets knocked out to Kabore. He swings it over to O'Brien. O'Brien to who was that? Max knocking it out of bounds. Max. Not a great pass there. Writing something down. Did we knock it out late? Is this a stall or something? I missed that. Guys, let me know who the card was on. It looks like the ref was writing something down. I can double check, see if FOTMob says something on the cards. I don't see anything. Putting a little pressure on the back as they swing it around. Bristol City brought on Knight, Perzog, and Armstrong, and Armstrong was the one that got the goal. Sorry, looking around, I can't find the yellow card, so you guys will have to call it out in the chat. Sorry. Wow, Portsmouth's up 3-0 over Charlton. Bristol tries down the right side. Doyle's on it. Ball gets knocked around. Doyle bodies his man out, steals it, bringing it up field. Connects with Broadhead. Unable to get a good pass over. It gets picked off. Bristol City well in control at the moment, unfortunately. 1-1 here. Wrexham scored in the first half. Shortly into the second half, Bristol City scores thanks to a sub. Oh, no. Ball sprayed in behind the back. Oh, wow. Armstrong just misses it. What the hell was that? The Bristol City Bristol City player standing between Doyle and Hyam, and they just play the ball right to him. And the two defenders there are just looking at each other like that was your guy. Great, perfect pass, well weighted. Armstrong with just not a good play. He had all the time in the world. Tries to sneak it low left across in front of Arthur and is unable to. Looks like they're going to be bringing on a sub. Max got the yellow? Okay, thank you, John. Ball's getting knocked around. Rathbone's fighting for it. It's not going to get it. Ball's getting knocked ahead. We're able to get it back. Bad play. They're playing advantage right now. They bring in another player. Kabore tries to get back. A little too slow on that one. Ball's just outside the box on the left side. Hope that's not a yellow. I think Sheaf just tried to take a guy out. He's still lying on the ground. I think that's him. Bristol's still playing the ball. I don't know if he's holding his knee. I don't know if it's an ACL or something. He looked like he overextended for it. Yeah, that looks like a legitimate injury. Probably ACL. He turned his leg, and I think he went down. Oh, he had his leg planted. The Bristol player went into his leg. His knee popped out. And, yeah, he blew his leg. He blew his knee out. You think Kabore, huge play there? I mean, he was supposed to get back and cover that side. if they didn't have a slow defender coming up to get that guy would have went in untouched, I think. Maybe I missed something. Watching the replay of the goal by Armstrong at the moment. Let me see who that was. Who is 14? They're not showing that. Is that Horvat? Set that first one up. This killing clock right now is Bristol City. Hope the ref is paying attention to this. Yeah, so they're bringing Horvat off. He was the one that really set up that goal for Armstrong, I think, if I have it right. Brought on someone for him. Bird. Sheaf. They got him up. He's walking off right now. Hopefully it's nothing serious. So he had his foot planted and extended out away from his body, and the Bristol player ran into the lower part of his leg below the knee. Like he ran in and his whole body kind of went in low on Sheaf. And Sheaf's knee just folded out and he went down and didn't get back up. And interestingly enough, they called the foul on Sheaf. So thanks, Santiago. Santiago said we'd be winning if you guys hit the like button a little bit more. We need Shaun's enthusiasm and magic. Maybe he'll get out of court and join us late and bring us some luck. Usually have RKO or one of the other Red Horde members come in late, and that brings the magic. Or M. M usually comes in a little late too. Bristol City just controlling the ball, holding possession, trying to work it up through the middle. Dangerous right now. They get a guy ahead. Pretty decent defense by Hyam there that time. Bristol's making it look very easy. We look extremely susceptible to coming up the middle right now. We're not seeing the lanes that are just opening up. We need to pressure more so that they can't walk right up like that. It's not like we're pressuring extra hard on the wings, and we have plenty of guys around. Everyone's just kind of standing around looking as the ball passes by them. We need more hustle like Rathbone's demonstrating right now. Rathbone causes them to almost lose the ball out of bounds. He's pressuring all over the place. Now Cabore's up. Wonder if Parkey's giving it to them. Ball gets cleared out by him. They almost got another breakaway, though, Bristol City. Or was that Max? Yeah, that was Max that got over there. Sorry. Got to give him credit when he's doing something good. Thanks for subscribing, John. Ball's out on the right at the moment for Bristol City. They're swinging it back around. 1-1 coming up on the 66th minute. We're about 4 minutes away from subs for Parkey, I would presume. I would guess Broadhead comes out. We already had to make a sub for Sheaf, right? Ball's getting knocked around. Ball falls to, oh, look at that. Below that. What? It was Bristol City who grabbed Doyle and another guy and slapped them together. And then as they've pushed Thomason and someone else now twice, and they're allowing it. Armstrong grabbed two guys, threw them together, and he got the whistle. It's because Hyam was holding on to his jersey in plain view of the ref. But he headlocked Doyle and threw Doyle into Hyam because Hyam was holding his jersey. And then they go. Then two people shove Hyam. This ref's got to get control of it. Wake the fuck up. Time for the toque. Just might be. It's a dangerous position. He could go for goal right here if he wanted. About 21 meters out, far right corner of the box. I think he's going to try to slice it in. He does. Far left side, they act like they got knocked down because they were unable to get a good head on it. Kabore just boots it long. They try to find Broadhead. Player falls down. Broadhead has it. Three players. Thomason's running down the middle. Tries to get it all the way across to Smith. Smith with the ball. Blasts it. Thomason, you're offside. Get back on side. Broadhead with it now. Swings it around to O'Brien. O'Brien to Doyle. Come on, before they can get set up. Nope. We decide to swing it back around. Max over to Kabore. Kabore into Rathbone. Gets cleared out by a tackle. They give him a call. He got more leg than he did ball. Now he's sitting on the ground trying to kill time. What kind of bullshit is that? He doesn't go down until he realizes that the call went against him instead of for him. Then he goes to the ground and the ref gives him all this time. He gets up, he's walking away, turns around, realizes the call's against him, and then he goes back down to the ground and asks for it. This is bullshit. They may be doing another sub here, or at least we are. They're just wasting time. Yeah, he's doing this signal. Do we keep stalling? Yeah, we keep stalling till you bring someone in. I mean, the extra minutes has to, I mean, it looks like Moore's coming in. Windass is coming in. Yeah, walking off totally fine because he's not hurt. He was just killing time. They're totally okay with getting the draw here. Hopefully Windass can add a spark. They're obviously making a sub there. We'll also be using this window time to bring in both Windass and Moore. I would guess Smith and Broadhead coming out. One's the score, 70 minutes and about 20 seconds. We have three subs. Dobson also coming on. Here comes Rathbone out. Maybe he was tiring, but boy, he was working his ass off. Seemed to be the hardest working player out there the whole time he was out there. Smith comes out. There goes Moore in. Now Dobson for Broadhead. Yep. So it was really Rathbone and Dobson switching, and Windass and Broadhead and Moore and Smith. Throw in for Wrexham. Unable to connect. A nice flop there, which gets a call. No, it doesn't get a call. Good. I don't think there was anyone near that Bristol player as he did a somersault for no reason. The ball went over his head. Bristol coming down the right-hand side. It's chipped ahead. Doyle plays a header, unable to connect with anyone. Not a great spot to put that header. Mistake by Bristol City. Moore is able to intercept. Here comes Windass. He gives it out. Gets played over to Thomason. Thomason back in the middle to Windass. Played right back to Thomason, now to Dobson. Windass with the ball. Little give and go. Dobson has it, swings it back to the middle. Sheaf plays it back to Hyam. Doyle's way far forward, I think. Ball gets knocked up in the air. Doyle tries to get a piece of it. A lot of acting. Another Bristol player comes flying in, collides, and then falls to the ground. Another Bristol player hits the ground. It's just non-stop. And they was that on Max now? Or Hyam? I don't know. That's got to be Hyam because Max already has a yellow, you said. So now the two of them have one. This is getting into a dangerous spot here. Yeah, Armstrong comes running forward. Instead of playing the ball, he runs over and gets in front of Max and then slows down, so you bang into him. Then he dives. These guys are far more focused on bullshit than they are playing the game. Unfortunately, ref falls for that bullshit, and now they got another great opportunity here. Lining this up. They might be going for this one. Yeah, it's Hyam with the yellow. Got the wall set up. They look 22, 23 meters out. Left side. I think they might go for it. He goes through the wall, gets redirected down. Would have been wide of the goal. Arthur catches it. He's looking to get the ball let out. Yeah, they put a little top spin on it. They went for goal like we thought, and just does not hit it well enough. Jay Puffer, thank you for subscribing, my friend. $135 people. Red Horde is surging here. Hopefully this will get us over the top. Everyone coming in to see a late game winner, I'm hoping here. Again, 1-1. Wrexham was ahead at half. And then just into the second half, kind of a misplay. Bristol City had numbers and scored on coming down the right side. Ball's getting headed around. Dangerous right now. Bristol City with it. A lot of guys forward. Ball's played down the middle. Bunch of people falling to the ground for Bristol City. That's what they've been doing most of the game. Max plays it over to Kabore. Hard first touch. Almost loses it. Max to Kabore. Kabore trying to go down the right side. They grab him again. Ball's over to Moore. Moore plays it out wide. Thomason all by himself, streaking forward. What's he going to do with it? He crosses it to O'Brien. Windass, who was offsides earlier. Ball's getting played around in own goal. Woo! Ha ha ha! Wow, thank God that did not get called. Lucky. Look who's up 2-1. Get that up on the scoreboard. Sorry for yelling and making your boss know that that you are not paying any attention to work. Cross by Thomason finds its way over. Kabore slices it back, and O'Brien tries to get a piece of it, and the defender comes running back, and he wants to stop the cross back to Thomason and just puts it in the net. I mean, just a horrendous own goal. I mean, the ball wasn't even going to get back to Moore. I don't know that it was going to find anyone's feet. So yeah, Wrexham get lucky, but they caused a lot of that with their pressure there. A lot of guys going forward. Thanks, Sam. Hope I didn't blow out your eardrums. Wrexham with it, ball's in the middle. They get it to Moore. Moore picks up the guy, throws him aside, and they blow the whistle. Hey, finally, like one of the more legitimate fouls, other than Hyam like giving everyone hugs. That was a legitimate foul, discarding a guy that was just getting in Moore's way, throws him aside, and they gall him on it. Yeah, just a terrible, one hell of a shot by the Williams for Bristol City there for us. Thank you. A lot of pressure we're putting on here, but then Bristol City's coming back and putting on a lot of pressure. Good play by, I think, Dobson getting back and mucking that up. Windass pressures for, is that O'Brien? O'Brien, I think. Yeah, that was O'Brien. Ball's out on the left. Bristol City's going to be aggressive here on out. 77-30 is the clock at the moment. They spray it out wide to the left, wide open. Kabore is a little late getting out there. Here comes the cross. Oh, shit. Ball's punched up. Awful clearance. Ball's headed with maybe a handball. Ball's in the box. Kabore's out on the defender. Knocks it out. That's going to be a corner. What the hell? Who hit that straight up in the air instead of clearing it out? Yeah, late. Arthur tries to punch it too, and it wasn't a great punch. That looked like a handball, or at the very least, the shoulder directed that down. Kabore is able to do a good job defensively deflecting. Here's the corner in swinger. Header's down. O'Brien with the ball. He's running it out on the far left. He's thinking about crossing it. They're all over him. They're going to foul him here. I know it. They push him to the ground. Yeah, it's going to be Wrexham ball. Yeah, what do you call it? Windass is upset. He's like, send it. He should have probably. They didn't switch out defenders. That guy would have been tired. Windass would have run under it. There was plenty of room. I guess it's a safe thing to do, and we keep possession. It's going to be Doyle here. Chips it down the middle, tries to link up with Moore, unable to. Yeah, Armstrong doing bullshit. Helps for Bristol to keep the ball. Bristol has it on the left. Kabore gets a foot in there, gets taken out. Yeah, they stepped on his foot. Kabore steals it, and they kick him on the inside of his foot for good measure. He has been getting fouled left and right. Well, Hyam's like, what the is this bullshit? You call everything on me, and they're beating the snot out of Kabore, and you won't give a card. Wrexham taking their time over it. Bird was the one that kicked the inside of Kabore's leg and got away with it. Max knocks it down, tries to sync up with Moore. Moore chests it down to Windass. Windass with the ball back to Moore. Good play by him. Crosses it. Moore tries to cross it, falls down as he attempts that, unable to get it. Dobson directing Doyle to touch it. Does now, passes it ahead, gives it to O'Brien. O'Brien looking at it, gets passed into Windass. Windass looking, nowhere to go. There's a cheap play there. Oh, awesome play. Oh, Windass plays it to Moore, who kicks a back pass. And who do they give it to? Dobson, right in front. No one on him, and he just blows it. Tremendous play. Like, Dobson just absolutely shanks it. Wide open goal. That would have been Rathbone if they didn't sub. That's embarrassing. Horrible, horrible miss by Dobson there. To be fair, he's not out there to do that. They Armstrong doing what he's been doing. Are you going to give him a card? Pushes Hyam down with two hands, and now he said, "What do you mean? I didn't do anything." You headlocked Doyle earlier and threw him into Hyam. he must be in a love affair with Armstrong. He will not call anything on the guy. Yeah, we should have had that score, Des. We should be up 3-1 at the moment. Wrexham with the ball. Coming up on the 82nd minute, Arthur with a kick downfield. Chips it up, trying to get it to Moore. Moore tries to get it over to Windass, unable to make a connection there. Yeah, they undercut Armstrong, and they give him the call. That's okay. I'll take that one. Put him on his ass. Bye, Denise. We'll try to win this one for you. Tony Gentile, thank you for subscribing, sir. Ball's getting kicked around in the middle. Played out. Arthur, pick it up, dude. Pick it up. Just pick it up. Stop fooling around. Gets it out to Thompson on the left. He brings it over to the middle. Ball's played out wide to Kabore. Got lucky. I think they kicked it off of Kabore, but it's I guess it's our ball. Chris, nice to see you. Great having you in the chat, my friend. Yeah, Santiago. Wish you were out on the pitch there. You would have scored, my friend. Looks like Wrexham's fans are letting Bristol City hear about it. They are chanting. They are active. They are excited. Bristol City swinging it around right now. Way back in their end. Giving a little pressure. Nice steal by O'Brien. I don't know if he was able to win the ball. Nope, he loses it. Bristol City's looking to try to hit it off of him. They can't. I don't know why they're stalling in the corner. Stupid by them. Ball gets played around. Bristol City somehow gets out of that mess. They never should have. Chris, what are you doing? Man, I love you being here. You don't have to donate every time you're in here. You and Steve are killing me. But I'm glad you're here, man. Ball's knocked down and kicked out to Kabore. He tries to hit it out. I think he played it. No, he got played off of a Bristol player and then back onto Kabore. They get a throw in. They're a little ways into our zone. They're swinging around. I don't like the way our defense looks. They have two players off sides at the moment. I don't know what they're doing. Bristol City with the ball. They're testing the right side. They're going to have to work it in. They only have two players forward. Looks like they almost got by Thompson on the right. O'Brien falls back to give a little extra help. They misplay that. Goes back out to Bristol City anyway. That was a good attempt by them. Bad defense by us. Got lucky. Common LFG, says Elvis. Almost get the ball in a breakaway. Goes back to VTech. Moore's pressuring. 85th minute just passed. Santiago. Maddie, happy birthday to you. We really enjoy your dad joining us here. Happy birthday. Hope you're having a great one. I'm sure your dad's hooking you up on your birthday. Happy 12th. We're going to have a lot of extra time, I feel, in this game, guys. I think there's going to be at least 6 minutes, if not more. Yeah. They made the mistake of, like, when the game was even, that they were just wasting time. Bristol player. What are you blowing the whistle for? One Bristol player fouls another Bristol player, and they give him the ball. They are getting some bullshit calls today. Good. Glad. It's all worth it then. Bristol bringing it up down the right side. Thompson out there trying to shut that down. He and O'Brien are pressuring. Again, out wide right. Good pressure by Smith and Thomason combination, shutting that down. 86-40 coming up on. Yeah, I'd love to see him do something under 6 minutes, but to be fair, that it should be something at least in that ballpark. Ball's getting headed back and forth. O'Brien fighting for it. Windass fighting for it. Nice job by Windass. Knocks it out to Kabore. What's Kabore going to do? He's going to try to beat his man. He does. Unable to do it. Ball will roll out. And stupid play. Oh, no. Bristol, it does keep it in. Thought it was a stupid play because I thought he knocked it out. They're sprinting down the left side. Very good defense on the get back by Dobson. He has to knock it out, though. They throw in quick. Bristol City with the ball. Ball's in the middle. A lot of defenders in the way. They can't do anything with that. They try to shift it into the middle. Ball gets stolen by Sheaf. Sheaf to O'Brien, who tries to get to Dobson, misplays it. Bristol City now with it. Moore coming back now to help out. Thomason comes way out. We're pressuring. They've got it wide right. They try to slice it in. Gets knocked down. Ball again out wide right. They're trying to come across. Good defense there by Sheaf. Here we go, Patrick. Keep it up. Let's go, Wrexham. I'm sorry, guys. I should have been playing like the chants and all sorts of stuff. This has just been a really intense game. Not many breaks in the action. Slice in. Max is able to get on the other end of the header. Sheaf doesn't play that strong enough. Bristol City's able to get it. There's a cross into the middle. Box. Oh, fuck. Sorry for the language. Bristol City with the goal. I don't know. Maybe Sheaf was worried about fouling there, so he doesn't play aggressive. And Bristol City player plays it out wide. We're outnumbered. He slices it all the way back. There's multiple Bristol players at the top of the box. One time shot hits the crossbar and goes in. Looks like it was right at Arthur. It was. I think Arthur should have been able to get to it if he saw it. I think there were too many guys in his view, and he didn't see the ball rising up. He leapt, but late, and was unable to get a hand on it. Thomason tried to get out there on the cross, and we had no one in the center of the box, right at the edge. They stole this back. Coming up on the 90th minute here. 10 seconds. We'll see what the extra time is. Thomason with the ball, trying to get it in. There it is on the wing. O'Brien gets taken out. They don't call it. Maybe a little bit of a flop there. Oh, total misplay. Oh, shit. No whistle. Oh, my God, did we luck out on that? No, Burzog, you're acting. You still should have just scored, you stupid son of a bitch. Who misplayed that? Was that Max? That was awful. Yeah, now they get him for stalling and whining and crying. They gave him a yellow card, +7. Holy shit. So it was a long pass down. Hyam goes over to play it. Sorry, I thought it was Max. The player gets a tip on it. Hyam misplayed it totally. He comes running in. Arthur comes flying out, slides, kicks his leg out. The player realizes the first touch he had was way too hard. And, Arthur does clip his foot, but I think they don't call it. So Arthur grabs his foot, but they don't call it because the first touch by the player had already knocked it out of bounds. So we got lucky there. I think Arthur did foul him, but it wouldn't have made a difference. Would have felt bad to lose on that play. Hyam misplayed that play in the back there. I don't think we're going to see any subs here. Coming up on the 92nd minutes, it'll be 5 minutes left in extra time. They may actually tack on a little bit more because they gave a red card for the complaining and stalling by the Bristol City player who did get fouled, but ref chose not to call it. Kabore beats this man to the inside, trying to streak down, kicks it out wide, crossed by Windass in front. Oh no! How do you miss that? Dobson again, another fucking sitter. He had to go out of his way to miss that. Beautiful pass by Windass, puts it on his foot. You're making yourself unplayable. Absolutely freaking unplayable. 2 goals from roughly 2 meters out, or 2.5, 3 meters out at best, with no one on him. Windass with the ball on the left side, trying to make something happen. Whatever you do, don't pass it to Dobson. Sheaf with it now. Thomason. What the fuck? You think that was offside, Woody? I don't know about that. I think there was a defender on the far side, on the short side, keeping him on. Yeah, he was offsides. You were right. He didn't need to be offside. Bristol steals the ball back. Trying to spray it out. Max gets over there, knocks that thing out. Armstrong's throwing it in fast. By the way, I really hate this coach for Bristol City. When they got that goal, Parky fist pumps or something like that. That guy was jumping up and down, yelling really loud, kind of almost to taunt Parky. He's a little prick. Bristol City is going to get bullshit again. Twine goes up and gets entangled with Doyle, falls down, then starts screaming like a bitch, and then asks for a call, doesn't get it, and they finally give it to him. Excuse my language again. Baby. He's being a baby. Really bad position, yeah. About 2 meters outside the box on the right corner. Slices it across. We let the ball go all the way through. It's going to roll out for a throw in the corner. I would have thrown it in quick. I wouldn't let them set up on this. It's going to be hard to work your way out of this corner. Yeah, we got away with Arthur fouling him, except that I think the ref just felt like the ball wasn't playable. Ball gets thrown in, Bristol City with it, getting kicked around on the edge of the box. They're with it. Our defense is all over them. O'Brien with it, knocks it ahead down the far side, unable to connect. Dobson steals it, plays it to nobody. Has an opportunity to steal it again, doesn't get there. Bristol City with it. Sheaf getting back. Max is back. Max knocks it out. It's going to give them a corner. It's going to be a chance we don't want. There's a minute left. This is kind of it right here. Going to have to hang on for 1 point in a game that we were the better team. Defense was shaky multiple times today. Dobson's allergic to the fucking goal. Here's the in-swinger. Moore gets on the end of it. Bristol player flops and undercuts him, trying to get some bullshit. Isn't able to. We're unable to clear it. Doyle's looking for something, lets it roll out. Oh, what a surprise. Bristol crying for calls. Hyam loves to hang on to people's jerseys. Pretty dangerous with here comes Bristol City down the left side. It's going to roll out. That'll probably do it. Yep, blow it dead. Very disappointing. I think that tiny little Bristol coach is ecstatic. Parky's not happy. Maybe they promised him he could ride on someone's shoulders if they won. Going all the Bristol City's coach is going out to complain to the refs. He's not happy enough with all the bullshit that they were doing. I don't know even if I want to look at the stats on this one. I guess we do. This was a tough loss. 50-50 on the percent possession. We had 1.07 XG, 9 total shots, 3 on target. They had 5 shots on target. Our defense just fell apart in the second half. It says they only had 1 big chance. I don't know about that. It says we had 2 big chances. Dobson all by himself had 2 big chances. And we had already had one from the first half. So that stat's just absolutely wrong. Most everything else is as you'd expect. Lewis O'Brien, they had at 7-6. Rathbone 7-5. Broadhead 7-3. Sheaf was a 7-0. Missed opportunity there. I'm going to go to the table. We're saluting our fans. Nice to see a good representation there. Wrexham now in 7th because we're tied points-wise with Derby, but we're +5 and they're +8 on the goal difference. So that sucks. So us, Preston, Derby all with 48, Bristol City now with 47, and then 2 teams with 46, Southampton and Birmingham. We're not going to make it easy for ourselves here. 2 extra points we let escape late. Now we have Ipswich, who's at 54 points this Saturday. We're going to need that. Hopefully Shaun can manage things. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it this Saturday, guys. I'll see what happens. I have something with my son to go to. 2-2 here. I don't know. Very disappointing. Very, very disappointing. Let's see what they have. Anything going on with Twitter. Interesting Kabore celebration there. Yeah, I mean, the thought is you're playing a team that you're competing with and you're playing away. And the thought is, if you can draw points and keep getting points, then that's a good thing. It's just disappointing when you were up twice and some really bad mistakes let them back into it. And then having those 2 ridiculously perfect opportunities. The thing is that bringing Dobson in is not a bad thing, especially when you were up, right? Or when you're thinking you need a spark and someone to win balls in the midfield. The problem is that you're taking out Rathbone, who's just a scorer. And even if Rathbone's drained, Rathbone's not missing those two sitters. He's not. And in having Dobson at any point being a guy who's that far forward in part of the offense. I mean, the problem is that your midfielder, so O'Brien's already in the mix, but your two midfielders there are essentially Sheaf and Dobson. And Sheaf's not going to be able to play that far forward and track back. So bringing Dobson in to take over that second midfield spot and expecting him to contribute offensively, that's just wrong. Just don't do it. He's been proving it all year long. Don't do it. Like, he's going to win balls for you, and he's going to play some decent defense. Unfortunately, fouls late in games, giving them good penalties. Not penalty shots, but good attempts. But you can't be relying on him to score. He can't do it. He's choking up a storm. One of the biggest reasons I wanted us to go out and get an attacking mid, is that who Keeler Dunn is? Should he have been in the game? I'm thinking that Keeler Dunn puts it in the back of the net on either one of those opportunities, right? And he plays forward. I mean, I understand you're bringing in Dobson for defense, but we just blew that. Yeah, Lee, you were right. I mean, there was plenty of mistakes defensively. Plenty. Yeah, sorry. The Red Horde showed up, and Wrexham just wasn't able to get it done late in the game, conceding that. I thank you all for joining me today. Hopefully you will show up on Saturday, and Wrexham will lay it to Ipswich, and maybe we get a little help from Derby if we're unable to score 3 goals, and we can creep back into the playoff picture here. I mean, obviously we're in the playoff picture at 7, but we don't own that spot, so we have work to do. Thank you all for showing up today, and thanks, Des. Shaun should be back, and hopefully that will be the little extra that we need to push over the top. Again, thanks for everyone who was active in the chat, Chris and Steve with their donations, and I appreciate you all, and up the town.